Hi guys, and welcome back to the Coby Show. My name is Coby. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can stay up to date with me over on Instagram as well, which is just at Coby Connell, and it's the same for over on Patreon, where you'll find all the full watch-alongs for these videos, as well as a whole bunch of other content. So hopefully I will see you over there. Now today I am excited. I'm watching Stranger Than Fiction. So I was gonna say the year, I don't know the year. I'm gonna guess and say 2000s because I do know that it's Will Ferrell, and I feel like that's my safest bet if it's 2000s, because maybe that's when he was doing a bunch of stuff that I didn't get around to seeing it all. So yeah, Stranger Than Fiction, that's all I know. Will Ferrell, I don't know who else is in it. I don't know what it's about. I'm assuming it's a comedy because it's him, but I'm not sure. And yeah, that's all I got. So I'm looking forward to it because I feel like it was a movie that did well, and I feel like it was a movie that people liked, and I just never ever got around to. Sometimes they're just these ones that slip by. So today's the day I'm gonna finally watch it, and I hope that we enjoy it. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that I enjoy it. And for the full watch along, head over to my Patreon. And with that, let's get into Stranger Than Fiction. I know nothing, which is, like I say a lot, it's kind of the best way, I think. I don't know if I've ever even seen that title card before. Mandate Pictures.
This is a story about a man named Harold Crick and his wristwatch. Harold Crick was a man of infinite numbers, endless calculations, and remarkably few words. And his wristwatch said even less. Every weekday for 12 years, Harold would brush each of his 32 teeth 76 times.
He counts.
38 times back and forth, 38 times up and down. Every weekday for 12 years, Harold would tie his tie in a single Windsor knot instead of the double, thereby saving up to 43 seconds. His wristwatch thought the single Windsor made his neck look fat, but said nothing.
The wristwatch thought.
Every weekday for 12 years, Harold would run at a rate of nearly 57 steps per block for 6 blocks, barely catching the 8:17 wristwatch would delight in the feeling of the crisp wind rushing over its face.
When this started, I thought it was another title card because it went so fast in, and I thought it was going to be a company name and a logo.
For 12 years, Harold would review 7.134 tax files as a senior agent for the Internal Revenue Service.
Yeah, and then it just started. So that threw me. I was like, oh, we're in.
89 times 1,417.
126,113.
A 45.7-minute lunch break and a 4.3-minute coffee break, timed precisely by his wristwatch.
Oh, great.
Wow, what a model employee.
Harold lived a life of solitude. He would walk home alone. He would eat alone.
Aww.
11:13 every night, Harold would go to bed alone, placing his wristwatch to rest on the nightstand beside him.
And there's not even anything like...
Before Wednesday. On Wednesday, Harold's wristwatch changed everything.
There's not even any personal items, really. It looks like a weird motel. There's nothing in that apartment.
If one had asked Harold, and he began it the same way he...
What happened? He just stopped.
And he began it the same way he always did.
Hello?
He began it the same way he always did, when others' minds would...
Hello, someone there?
Wait.
When others' minds would fantasize about their upcoming...
I can't tell if he can hear her or not.
Harold just counted brush strokes.
All right, who just said Harold
Yeah,
just
yeah,
counted
yeah,
brush strokes? But how do you know I'm counting brush strokes? Hello?
Oh, that's funny.
Remarkable how the simple, modest...
Can he still hear her?
It was remarkable how... It was remarkable how the simple, modest elements of Harold's life, so often taken for granted, would become the catalyst for an entirely... Harold ran for the bus, his stiff leather shoes making a terrible squeaking sound as they flexed against the asphalt. And though this was an extraordinary day, a day to be remembered for the rest of Harold's life, Harold just thought it was a Wednesday.
I'm sorry, did you hear that? The voice? Did you hear it? Harold just thought it was a Wednesday.
Don't worry, it is Wednesday. Who's Harold?
I'm Harold.
Harold, it's okay.
It's Wednesday.
Harold couldn't concentrate on his work.
Excuse me, Harold?
His thoughts were scattered.
Does he hear all of her?
What's 67 times 453?
When a co-worker asked the product of 67 and 453,
You know what? I can't think while you're
he
talking.
drew a blank.
What?
Harold quickly
Oh,
answered
nothing.
30,351.
30,351.
Despite
nice.
the answer really being 31,305.
Wait. 31,305.
Dude, I just totally caught some insurance adjuster claiming his jet ski as a work vehicle. It is a shame that they don't give out an Auditor of the Year award.
Buster Bluth.
You okay?
Dave, I'm being followed.
How are you being followed? You're not moving.
I'm being followed by a woman's voice.
Oh, okay. What is she saying?
She's narrating.
Nothing right now.
Harold, you're staring at boxes. What is she narrating?
No. I had to stop filing. Watch, listen.
He's not gonna hear it.
The sound the paper made against the folder had the same tone as a wave scraping against sand. And when Harold thought about it, he listened to enough waves every day to constitute what he imagined to be a deep and endless ocean.
Did you hear that?
No.
You filing?
No, the voice.
No.
Frightening part is sometimes I do imagine a deep and endless ocean.
What ocean?
The one made by the sun. Forget it.
No audits. Have a good day.
Thank you. We got a baker.
No one else is ever gonna hear her, right? It's for him.
Okay.
I was wondering if he just heard parts, but I think he hears everything now that she says.
You
Hey,
I understand.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
tax man!
Listen, is there somewhere else we could talk about this?
No. We're gonna talk about this right here.
It says, the file, that you only paid part of your taxes for last year.
That's right.
Looks like only 78%.
Yeah?
So you did it on purpose?
Yep.
So you must have been expecting an audit.
Was expecting a fine or a sharp reprimand.
A reprimand? This isn't boarding school, Miss Pascal. You stole from the government.
No, I didn't steal from the government. I just didn't pay you entirely.
Miss Pascal, you can't just not pay your taxes.
Yes, I can. Only if I recognize your right to audit me, Mr. Crick.
Miss Pascal, I'm right here auditing you. I now have to go over your past 3 years' return to make sure that's all you haven't paid.
Uh-oh.
I'm a big supporter of fixing potholes and erecting swing sets and building shelters. I am more than happy to pay those taxes. I'm just not such a big fan of the percentage that the government uses for national defense, corporate bailouts, and campaign discretionary funds. I didn't pay those taxes. I think, actually, I sent a letter to that effect with my return.
The letter that begins, "Dear imperialist swine."
Yeah.
Miss Pascal, what you're describing is anarchy.
Am I a member?
An anarchist group, yes.
Anarchists have a group?
I believe so, sure.
They assemble?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that completely defeat the purpose?
Not now.
Her thin arms
What?
hoisting protest signs, her long, shapely
Nothing.
legs dashing from tear gas. Harold wasn't prone to fantasies, and so he tried his best to remain professional.
Are they gonna become a thing?
He couldn't help but imagine Miss Pascal stroking the side of his face with the soft blade of her finger. He couldn't help but imagine her immersed in a tub, shaving her legs,
Oddly specific.
naked, stretched across his
Crick?
bed.
Mr. Crick,
Yes, what is it?
you're staring at my tits.
I don't think I was. I don't think I would do that.
Oh my god!
Sorry, I'm just, I'm having issues today, so I'll be back on Tuesday.
Harold suddenly found himself beleaguered and exasperated outside the bakery.
Shut up!
Cursing the heavens in futility.
No, I'm not. I'm cursing you, you stupid voice, so shut up and leave me alone!
Oh, it is Emma Thompson. I should have said that earlier. I was like, that British voice, and we had just watched Love Actually again. Wait, so I don't know if she's a real person. Who are you? Because that's the voice that we've been hearing. This is not a new character, unless I'm way off base, but that's who's been narrating.
Oh! Excuse me. Excuse me.
What?
Are you Miss Eiffel?
Queen Latifah.
Yes.
Excellent. May I ask what you're doing?
Research.
Oh, am I interrupted?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm Penny Escher. I'm the assistant your publisher's hired.
The spy.
The assistant.
This-
Well, then I will have to find some other way of occupying my time.
You're like watching me like a vulture in case I get distracted because they, the publishers, think I have writer's block. Isn't that right?
Oh.
Are these pages?
They're letters. To me.
Are you writing back?
I don't respond to letters.
And I suppose you smoked all these cigarettes.
No, they came pre-smoked.
Yeah, they said you were funny.
So she is an author, not just a crazy person on a rooftop.
I don't think about leaping off a building.
Yes, you do.
No, try to think of nice things.
Everyone thinks about leaping off a building.
Well, I certainly
Everyone.
don't think about leaping off of a building.
They say.
I like her like this, disheveled.
I read this in this fantastically depressing book. That when you jump from a building, it's rarely the impact that actually kills you.
Well, I'm sure it doesn't help.
There's a photograph in the book called The Leaper. It's old, but it's beautiful. From above the corpse of a woman who just leapt to her death.
Ugh.
Blood around her head, like a halo, and her legs buckled underneath, her arms snapped like a twig, but her face is so serene, so at peace. And I think it's because when she died, she could feel the wind against her face. I don't know how to kill Harold Crick. That's why they sent you.
Yes, to help you.
How are you going to help me? You, who never thinks of leaping off buildings. What great inspiration will you bestow on me? Because I'll tell you, the quaint ideas I'm sure you've gathered in your adorable career as an assistant are to no avail when faced with killing a man.
I understand.
That's Will Ferrell or Harold Crick.
As much as I would like to, I cannot simply throw Harold Crick off a building.
I've been an author's assistant for 11 years. I've helped more than 20 authors complete more than 35 books, and I've never missed a deadline. I've never gone back to the publisher to ask for more time. Now, I will be available to you every minute of every day until the final punctuation is embedded on the very last page. I do not like loud music. I do not abide narcotics. And I will gladly and quietly help you kill Harold Crick.
Wait, so which one's the reality? Like the Emma Thompson is the reality and this is just this like story she's writing, or he's real and she's like a godlike author?
They said you were feeling a little wibbly wobbly. Catch a little cubicle fever.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm okay.
Harold, a tree doesn't think it's a tree. It is a tree.
Oh gosh.
Why was Harold talking to this man?
I know that you know.
This man was an
that
idiot.
We're very sensitive about
This
any
man
possible
used
idiosyncrasies
words
in
like
our author's
wibbly
behavior.
wobbly and
I
convo,
think we all remember the Baltimore.
and explained that trees were
and the
trees.
U.S. government
Of
really
course, trees
can't
were
afford that
trees.
kind of-
Harold knew
But
trees
I
were trees.
am going to believe you, Harold.
What Harold didn't know was why he couldn't shake the smell of brownies from his senses. Why Miss Pascal had made his fingertips quiver.
Harold?
Write the love story.
What's going on, Harold?
Well, nothing. Everything's fine.
Listen, according to your records, you haven't taken vacation in a few years now. Let's say you take a little break. Use some of that vacay time.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
That guy looks familiar. I don't know who he is, the other guy.
I'm not really supposed to do this, but
Okay. Oh, the watch is back in action. Because the watch was given a character of its own in the beginning.
Harold assumed his watch was simply on the fritz and never even considered that it might be trying to tell him something. In fact, Harold had never once paid attention to his watch other than to find out the time. And honestly, it drove his watch crazy. And so on this particular Wednesday evening, as Harold...
Oh, that would drive me crazy.
Suddenly stopped.
Sorry, does anyone have the time?
I got 6:18.
Thanks.
Thus, Harold's watch thrust him into the immitigable path of fate. Little did he know that this simple, seemingly innocuous act would result in his imminent death.
What? What? Hey!
What?
What? Why? Why my death? Hello? Excuse me?
Oh, because she never talks back. She just narrates, but she doesn't communicate with him. She doesn't answer his questions or talk to him at all. She just narrates.
Harold would brush his 32 teeth 72 times. Why won't you say anything? I heard you. That would result in his imminent death. I heard you. Smashed it on the ground, kicking it repeatedly.
There's nothing in this apartment. I guess this isn't reality, and so it's just the author is the real person. I was like, it could go either way.
Say something! Say something!
Poor Harold.
I'm afraid what you're describing is schizophrenia.
No, it's not schizophrenia. It's just a voice in my head.
I don't know her name, but she's great. She pops up and stuff all the time.
It's telling me what I've already done, accurately and with a better vocabulary.
Mr. Crick, you have a voice speaking to you.
No, not to me, about me. I'm somehow involved in some sort of story, like I'm a character in my own life. But the problem is that the voice comes and goes, like there are other parts of the story not being told to me, and I need to find out what those other parts are before it's too late.
Before the story concludes with your death.
Yes.
Record, but that's schizophrenia.
It also sounds kind of like normal that you'd be obsessed with your death.
What if what I said was true? Hypothetically speaking, if I was part of a story, a narrative, even if it was only in my mind, what would you suggest that I do?
I would suggest you take prescribed medication.
Okay.
Other than that?
I don't know. I suppose I would send you to see someone who knows about literature.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good idea. Thank you.
So you're the young gentleman who called me about the narrator.
Ah!
And this narrator says you're gonna die.
Yes.
Uh-huh. How long is it giving you to live?
I don't know.
Dramatic irony. Every time.
Dustin Hoffman. Love Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, well. How many stairs in the hallway out there?
He knows.
You were counting them as we walked, weren't you?
Ha!
No.
Yeah, you are.
What bank you work at?
No bank, IRS agent.
Married?
No.
Ever?
Engaged to an auditor. She left me for an actuary.
How heartbreaking. Live alone?
Yes.
Any pets?
No.
Friends?
No. Well.
That's sad.
I see. The narrator, exactly what does he sound like?
It's a woman.
Huh?
A woman.
Is it a familiar woman?
No.
Someone you know?
No.
Did you have enough time to count the tiles in the bathroom? Coffee?
He's got your number.
So, this woman, the voice, told you you're gonna die?
Well, she didn't tell me. She doesn't know I can hear her.
She said it.
Yes.
And you believed her.
Well, she's been right about a few other things.
Such as?
How I felt about work.
You dislike your work?
Yes.
Well, not the most insightful voice in the world, is it? First thing on the list of what Americans say they hate, work. Second, traffic. Third, missing socks.
Ha! Really?
I told you you're gonna die, you believe me?
No.
Why?
I don't know you.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Crick. I can't help you. I'm not an expert in crazy. I'm an expert in literature theory. I don't doubt you hear a voice, but it couldn't possibly be a narrator because, frankly, there doesn't seem to be much to narrate. And beside that, this semester I'm teaching 5 courses. I'm mentoring 2 doctoral candidates, and I'm the faculty lifeguard at the pool.
I just thought you could possibly...
Perhaps you should keep a journal. Write down what she said or something. That's all I can suggest.
I could barely remember it all. I just remember little did he know that this simple, seemingly innocuous act would lead to his imminent death.
What?
Little did he know that
Did you say little did he know?
Yes.
So?
I used to teach a class based on little did he know.
What does that mean?
I mean, I once gave an entire seminar on little did he know. Son of a bitch, Harold. Little did he know means there's something he doesn't know. That means there's something you don't know. Do you know that?
Yeah.
I want you to come back Friday.
Okay.
No, imminent. You could be dead by Friday. Tomorrow at 9:45.
10 seconds ago, you said you wouldn't help me.
Yeah.
It's been a very revealing 10 seconds, Harold.
All he said was, little did he know that this seemingly innocuous...
For a few brief moments, from Bourne Boulevard to Euclid Avenue, all the calculations and all the rules and all the precision of Harold's life just faded away. How perfect, then, that in this space, an our Pascal would appear.
Miss Pascal. Miss Pascal. It's Harold Crick from the IR.
Oh, I think she knows.
Hi.
Hi. Would you like a seat?
Nope.
There's 11 open ones.
I don't care.
Aww.
How are you?
I'm lousy. I'm being audited.
Of course.
By a real creep, too.
They're spinning because they're on the concertina part or whatever it's called, like the...
Fortunately for you, we aren't tested on tact or good manners. I apologize. I'll go to you.
Okay, apology accepted. But only because you stammered.
I like how they're moving.
It's my weekly evil conspiracy and needlepoint group. You want to come?
I left my thimbles and socialist reading material at home.
Harold nervously made small talk.
You have very straight teeth.
Very small talk. Harold quickly calculated the odds of making an ass of himself in ratio to the amount of time he stayed to chat.
And leaves immediately. It's not a stop.
He was elated and surprised by his somewhat flirtatious encounter with Miss Pascal. So elated, he exited the Transit Authority bus a good 27 blocks too early and would now have to walk.
I was gonna say 6 as a guess. 27. So I'm thinking that his version is the real world, and the author, Emma Thompson and Queen Latifah, are on a higher plane somewhere. Rather than initially I thought they were real, and this was sort of like because it was very sterile before, but now Dustin Hoffman has come in and people, so I think this is reality.
Come in, please. How are you?
I'm fine, actually.
You can turn that off. Looks like our narrator hasn't killed you quite yet.
No, not yet.
The 180 that Dustin Hoffman did just because of little did he know?
I've devised a test. How exciting is that? He knows a woman's voice. The story involves your death.
Why the yogurt?
It's modern. It's in English, and I'm assuming the author has a cursory knowledge of the city.
Sure.
Okay, good. Has anyone recently left any gifts outside your home? Anything, gum, money, a large wooden horse.
I'm sorry? No.
Do you find yourself inclined to solve murder mysteries in large, luxurious homes to which you, let me finish, to which you may or may not have been invited?
No.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you consider the likelihood you might be assassinated?
Assassinated?
1 being very unlikely, 10 being expecting it around every corner.
I have no idea.
Very valuable phrase. Are you the king of anything?
Oh my God.
Like what?
Anything. King of the lanes at the local bowling alley.
King of the lanes?
King of the lanes, king of the trolls.
King of the trolls?
Yes, a clandestine land found underneath your floorboards. Anything?
No. No. It's ridiculous.
Agreed. But let's start at ridiculous and move backwards. Now, was any part of you at one time part of something else?
Like, do I have someone else's arms?
Well, is it possible at one time that you were made of stone, wood, live?
What are these questions?
No, look. I'm sorry, but what do these questions have to do with anything?
Nothing. The only way to find out what story you're in is to determine what stories you're not in. Odd as it may seem. Determine conclusively that you are not King Hamlet, Scout Finch, Miss Marple, or a golem.
It could be anyone, or he's himself.
Aren't you relieved to know you're not a golem?
Yes, I am relieved to know that I'm not a golem.
Good. Do you have magical powers?
I like Dustin Hoffman being weird and neurotic too. It's a good cast. Oh my God. And that was the kid that just got the bike? Oh, so she's not some god. Where is she?
May I ask what we're doing out here?
We're imagining car wrecks.
Ah.
We can't imagine car wrecks inside?
No.
She didn't.
Read the poems I suggested, or did you make a list of words, write new type of paper, anything? No, none of it. Sitting in the rain won't write books. Well, that illustrates exactly how much you know about writing books.
So she didn't crash. She didn't crash at all. And just like she didn't jump off the building, she's just like imagining these scenarios. But she did not drive off the bridge.
I don't need a nicotine patch, Penny. I smoke cigarettes.
What?
Help what, Penny? Help write a novel?
Oh, that's what she's saying. She doesn't need the nicotine. She already smokes.
I'm not in the business of saving lives. In fact, just the opposite.
That's so gross what she does. She spits in the tissue so that it's wet and the cigarette goes out. Blah, blah, blah.
Win a whistling contest?
No,
You must have some ambition,
I don't think so.
some underlying dream. Think,
I've always wanted my life to be more musical.
like West Side Story.
Well, I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar.
The last thing to determine conclusively is whether you're in a comedy or a tragedy. To quote Italo Calvino, the ultimate meaning to which all stories refer has two faces: the continuity of life, the inevitability of death. Tragedy, you die; comedy, you get hitched. I can't imagine anyone hating you, Harold.
Professor Hilbert, I'm an IRS agent. Everyone hates me.
Right, good. Have you met anyone recently who might loathe the very core of...
Yes.
I just started auditing a woman who told me to get bent.
Well, that sounds like a comedy.
And you think she's adorable?
Try to develop that.
Lulu, can you refill the honey for Larry?
That's brave. He's going back in there. She does not like him. But they did have a little giggle on the
Rick,
bus.
you're here early. Must have a lot of people to extort.
No.
Oh, it's his appointment.
Twig, tea, and banana bread.
I thought he was just showing up.
22% is all you owe.
Well, I won't be paying, no matter the percentage, Mr. Crick.
No, I know. But the percent determines how big your cell is.
She did not find that funny.
What is that? What are you marking?
Oh, this is nothing. Why don't we start with your backup documents and the receipts for the past 3 years?
Sure.
What's this?
My files.
What?
My tax files. Put them in this box just to screw with you.
I like it. Wait, we haven't heard Emma Thompson's voice for a minute, have we?
Miss Pascal, can I just ask you a question about this receipt?
It was fantastic.
Just wondering if this 9 is a 7.
And what did you do?
I call it beautiful tan.
I'm just gonna guess it's a 7.
Completely different.
He's just sitting up there in the attic all day doing her taxes. I mean, there's auditing and then there's also doing her taxes. Like he's organizing. I don't think they have to do all that.
I'm gonna text the bathroom.
No, I'm not gonna text
Good,
back.
good. I use the bathroom then?
Go for it.
Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna use the bathroom right now.
Bye-bye.
He had his own Rain Man thing going on. I think he's gonna turn her around. I think they're gonna have a little thing. It would be cute. Or Emma Thompson's just gonna kill him.
Well, good night.
You want a cookie?
Oh, no.
They're warm and gooey. They're fresh out of the oven.
No, I don't like cookies.
What?
You don't like cookies? What's wrong with you? Everybody likes cookies.
No, I know.
After a really awful, no good day, didn't your mama ever make you milk and cookies?
She's so cute.
No, my mother didn't bake. The only cookies I ever had were store-bought.
Sit down.
No,
No. Sit down. Eat a cookie.
I really can't.
Mr. Crick, it was a really awful day. I know. I made sure of it. So pick up the cookie.
Is there another reason why he doesn't eat it? He's like highly allergic or something? I feel like, because he goes, I can't, not I don't want to. He said, I can't. Or is he just gonna love it?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really, really good cookie. So when did you decide to become a baker?
In college.
Oh, like a cooking college?
I went to Harvard Law, actually.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Ooh. Ooh.
Something happened?
No, I was barely accepted. I mean, really, barely. The only reason they let me come was because of my essay, how I was going to make the world a better place with my degree. Anyway, we would have to participate in these study sessions, my classmates and I, sometimes all night long. And so I'd bake, so no one would go hungry while we worked. Oatmeal cookies, peanut butter bars, dark chocolate macadamia nut wedge, and everyone would eat and stay happy and study harder. Lemon chiffon cake with zesty peach icing. Mead journals filled with recipes and a D average. So I dropped out. I just figured if I was gonna make the world a better place, I would do it with cookies.
Cute.
You like them?
I do.
I'm glad.
Thank you for forcing me to eat them. No, really, please. Yeah, I would like to, but I can't.
What's with the can't?
I mean, because see, it constitutes a gift.
Well, I'm not gonna tell anyone.
No, I know, but if you did.
Well, I'm not going
No,
to.
but if you did.
But you think I'm
No,
gonna call
look,
the...
I'll purchase them. I'm happy to purchase them. How's that? And there are no issues. Why don't I just...
Go home.
No, it's not a big deal.
Go home.
Okay.
She's trying to be sweet. He's trying to do the right thing by his job's rules.
You baked those cookies for me, didn't you? You were just trying to be nice, and I totally blew it. This may sound like gibberish to you, but I think I'm in a tragedy.
No, I want to turn it around. I still have hope.
Totally failed at the comedy tragedy thing. In fact, I think she likes me even less.
I know it's great.
What do you mean?
He's always eating.
You reset your watch, it says you reset your watch. You ride a bus, it says you ride the bus. You brush your teeth, it says you brush your teeth.
Yeah.
You yourself are perpetuating this story. So, I suggest we try something else.
Like what?
Try nothing. Nothing.
What about Miss Pascal?
Forget her.
Forget her? Other than numbers, she's all I think about.
I'll say aloud, we'll try something else. Let me explain this again. Some plots are moved forward by external events and crises. Others are moved forward by the characters themselves. If I go through that door, the plot continues. The story of me through the door. If I stay here, the plot can't move forward. The story ends. Also, if I stay here, I'm late.
Oh, he's the swim coach. That's right.
Don't do anything that may move the plot forward. Instead, let's see if the plot finds you. Marshall, you're not kicking.
I don't hate the idea. I just can't believe how invested Dustin Hoffman is when he just thought he sounded like a crackpot and was like, you need a mental hospital, not a literature expert. And then he said that one thing, little did he know, and then he's all in.
Perhaps it is the familiarity alone that keeps him.
He's not even going to the bathroom. He's peeing in a bottle on the couch.
Of the once beautiful hit.
That's worth narrating. Oh, he's not even allowed to change channel. His apartment is so depressing. That's why I thought it was like it looks like a hospital waiting room.
Take a nice drink, but you never know who's gonna.
That's why I thought maybe he wasn't real, you know?
Kidney beans and a fine chianti.
There's not one human, like, personal element or aspect in that whole place.
The cobra who put that in your.
Oh my God! And I was just talking badly about the apartment. I'm like, the apartment sucks. Oh my God.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Holy crap in hell.
What the hell is that?
Stop the crane.
Stop the crane! Stop the crane! Hey, well, we're demolishing this place.
Are you nuts? I live here.
Is that a TV?
Yes, that's a TV. It's my TV.
Well, what's your TV doing in there?
I said I live here, stupid. It's where I keep my stuff. My name's on the goddamn buzzer. Harold Crick, apartment 2B, 1893 McCarthy.
You say 1893?
Yes!
Oh, whoops.
They're meant to knock down a different building.
Having your apartment eaten by a wrecking ball is something else entirely. You don't control your fate.
I know.
You do? Okay, come with me. This narrator might very well kill you, so I humbly suggest that you just forget all this and go live your life.
To live my life? I am living my life. I'd like to continue to live my life.
I know, of course. I mean, all of it. However long you have left, you know. I mean, Howard, you could use it to have an adventure, you know, invent something, or just finish reading Crime and Punishment. Eat nothing but pancakes if you want.
What's wrong with you? I don't want to eat nothing but pancakes. I want to live. I mean, who in their right mind in a choice between pancakes and living chooses pancakes?
Harold, if you pause to think, I believe you'd realize that that answer is inextricably contingent upon the type of life being led and, of course, the quality of
the pancakes.
You have to understand that this isn't a philosophy or a literary theory or a story to me. It's my life.
Absolutely. So just go make it the one you've always wanted.
There's merit to that.
What?
I want to.
She's so cute, and her little bakery is so cute, and the little cupcake logo, and their little circle window.
Here's your room. Or as I like to call it, Sleep Pod 2.
Thanks, Dave.
No problem, dude. It'll be nice having you around. How long you plan on staying again?
Dave, can I pose a somewhat abstract, purely hypothetical question?
Sure.
If you
What
knew
are
you were
they
gonna die,
eating?
possibly soon, what would you do?
Well, I don't know. Am I the richest man in the world?
No, you're you.
Do I have a superpower?
No, you're you.
Not me. But do I have a superpower?
No, why would you have a superpower?
I don't know. You said it was hypothetical.
Fine. Okay, you're good at math and you're invisible. And you know you're gonna die.
Okay.
It's gonna be something to do with the invisibility.
Space camp?
Yeah, it's in Alabama. It's where kids go to learn how to become astronauts. I've always wanted to go since I was 9.
Oh, good. It didn't have to do with the invisibility.
I didn't pick invisible. You picked invisible.
Aren't you too old to go to space camp?
You're never too old to go to space camp, dude.
That was cute. I thought he was gonna say something to do with the invisibility, so it was gonna just be a irrelevant answer. Pointless. Where is she? Mixing it up, bro.
Space camp.
122 guitars, 732 strings, 257 pickups, 189 volume knobs. Here Harold stood, face to face with his oldest desire, and stand is almost all Harold did. It wasn't just about finding a guitar. It was about finding a guitar that said something about Harold. Unfortunately, this guitar said, "When I get back to Georgia, that woman..."
Gibson, Flying V's, look at them.
Why, yes, these pants are lycra. I'm very sensitive, very caring, and I have absolutely no idea how to play the guitar.
That's different, because that's not a hummingbird. It has like a different bird on there.
I'm compensating for something. Guess what? And then Harold saw it.
What's it gonna be?
And terribly mistreated seafoam green Fender staring back. Despite its obvious maladies, the guitar spoke with conviction and swagger. In fact, it looked Harold directly in the eye and very plainly stated,
A Telecaster?
"I rock."
Stratocaster? No, Telecaster.
There you go.
Shot in a gang fight. Harold's not in a gang.
Man and tweet.
There's nothing wrong with him. He just likes looking at sick people.
Where is your world?
You said I needed visual stimuli.
I meant a museum.
I don't need a goddamn museum. I need the infirm.
You are the infirm.
Excuse me, where are the dying people? Most of these people are sick or injured, which is great, don't get me wrong.
She does not look or sound well.
Excuse me?
I'd like to see, if at all possible, the ones who aren't going to make it, the dead for sure ones.
I'm sorry. Are you suffering from anything?
Writer's block.
Just writer's block. With every awkward strum, Harold Crick became stronger in why he was alive. Harold no longer ate alone. He no longer counted brush strokes.
Living.
He no longer wore neckties, and therefore no longer worried about the time it took to put them on. He no longer counted his steps. Instead, Harold did that which had terrified him before, that which had eluded him Monday through Friday for so many years.
I don't think we've seen him laugh like that yet.
The unrelenting lyrics of numerous punk rock songs told him to do. Harold Crick lived his life.
Lucky for Buster Bluth, or Dave, that's his character's name, having him stay there.
Reviving his hope and instilling a few wicked calluses, Harold's journey was still incomplete. And Harold's wristwatch wasn't about to let him miss another opportunity.
Mr. Crick?
Hi.
Aw.
glad I caught you.
Oh, yeah? Why?
Because I wanted to bring these to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Sandwiches?
You can't accept gifts, but you can give them?
Listen.
Oh, that seems a little inconsistent, doesn't it, Mr. Crick?
Very inconsistent,
No, I'll
yes.
tell you what. I'll purchase them.
No.
No, really. I'd like to purchase them. What are they?
Flowers.
What?
Oh, I thought they were sandwiches. Oh, they're flowers. Oh, to bake. Oh no, it just made my skin go all bumpy.
You carried them all the way here?
It's flowers, Flours. For, oh, that's the cutest thing.
I want you.
What?
There's so many reasons, there's so many influences in my life that are telling me, at times quite literally, that I should come here and bring you these, but I'm doing this because I want you.
Oh. You want me?
In no uncertain terms.
Isn't there some very...
Yeah, big rule against that.
established rule about fraternization?
Auditor, oddity, protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't care.
Why?
I quit.
Because I want you.
Do you mind carrying those a little bit further?
Okay. The blue, that's barley flour.
What's that one?
The orange?
Yeah.
Forget.
Oh, it's so cute.
Do you want to come up?
To your place?
Yeah.
I guess. I could.
Wasn't that the idea with the flowers and everything?
Honestly, I only figured it out up to I want you.
Listen, Mr. Crick, I think I like you. And before I do anything rash, I'd like to make sure. I'd like you to come up.
I'd be honored.
Great. No.
Cool little lampshade. The colorful one.
No, I'm just gonna put him in the sink. Go sit down on the couch.
That one, I love it.
So you play the guitar?
What?
Do you play the guitar?
Terribly. Someone traded me that for a wedding cake. Does that mean I have to claim it on my taxes now?
No, I'll leave it out of my final report.
Oh, thanks.
Play it. Play a little. Him.
Not really. I only know one song.
Oh, play it.
No, I don't know it that well, actually.
No, come on. I promise I'm not gonna laugh at you. Play it.
No. Maybe some other time.
All right.
We don't know the song he's learning, right? I don't think so. Do it.
My mama said to me,
Does it mean something to her?
"Go the whole wide world, go the whole wide world, weeping under tropical moonlight. Go the whole wide world, go the whole wide world, to find out where they hide it."
Aww, I'm all goosebumpy again. It's so sweet.
When this girl's all alone.
A wide world. He really turned that around. Like, she despised him and everything he stood for. But I guess that's what Dustin Hoffman said, right? Miss Pascal!
I know. I want you to.
Cute. But they made it out like he's never even been with a woman or had a girlfriend or done anything.
But to Harold, those moments remained entirely indistinguishable, except for this. As Anna let out a soft sigh and repositioned herself against him, Harold knew somewhere in his heart that this was one of the significant moments. He knew she was falling in love with him.
Professor Hilbert, it's a comedy. The woman, the one who hates me, Anna Pascal.
Oh.
Last night?
Yeah.
She's falling in love with me.
She is.
It's like a miracle. The voice confirmed it in the middle of the night.
Well, that's wonderful, Harold. I mean, it completely nullifies my list, but Harold, that's fantastic.
What list?
Well, these are 7 living authors whose prior work would seem to make them likely candidates to write your story based on the criteria you and I previously determined. If your narrator is alive, she's on this list.
Wow.
But it appears the list is of little use to you now that you're going to live happily ever after. Oh, goody. This woman, Karen Eiffel, is one of my favorite authors. beautiful tragedy, just beautiful. Anyway, let me quickly.
They're in the same world. There's not like a split universe thing. She's literally just an author in the same world. Talk.
You must tell me if you hear the voice of the narrator again, just for my own edification.
I will.
He's gonna hear it now.
Not Texas. Taxes, death and taxes, death and taxes. Taxes.
Like the Benjamin Franklin quote.
Precisely.
Is that Kristen Chenoweth that she's talking to?
Looming certainty of death. Men's fashion accessories.
Oh
my God, that's her.
What?
That's the voice. She's the narrator. That's her.
No, that can't be right.
No, I'm positive.
Harold, this interview's a decade old.
I didn't think anyone actually wore cuffs.
Is she dead? That makes more sense. That makes more sense.
She's British?
She's her.
Karen Eiffel.
Professor Hilbert, I know that voice.
Crap.
What's wrong?
First of all, she wasn't on my list. She kills people.
What?
In every book, the books are all about, they die, she kills them.
Kills who?
Everyone.
The heroes.
Where is she?
She's untraceable. Believe me,
Okay, not dead.
It's the last book she wrote. Look at the copyright. She hasn't published anything in 10 years.
You said she had to have knowledge of the city. Does she live here?
She used to, yes, but I mean, she doesn't.
Banneker Press, 2267 Wallace Street?
Harold.
Is that her publisher?
You're not listening to me. I said, even if you find her, she's not getting Harold.
I'm gonna do something.
Harold.
Thank you for your help.
Harold, she only writes tragedy.
Wait, it's the same world. It's not some parallel universe. It's not anything like that. She's not some god, like, you know, orchestrator. She's just down the street. He's got to find her. I thought it was going to be like a never the two shall meet thing.
Where you been?
To buy cigarettes, and I figured out how to kill Harold Crick.
Buying cigarettes.
When I came out of the store, it came to me.
How?
Well, Penny, like anything worth writing, it came inexplicably and without method.
She looks so bad.
Then what happens?
Like on purpose, like just that no sleep, you know, stressed out rundown.
Ironic, possibly heartbreaking.
Is that it?
Yes.
You wrote it on legal sheets?
On the bus.
Well then.
I'll finish it today.
I'll let the publishers know. I'll begin packing my things.
Appreciate it.
She looks so out of it and wired and like needs a serious sleep. Something to do with the apple? It was when she like got struck with her idea and her inspiration. I'm nervous.
May I help you?
I need to speak to Karen Eiffel.
I'm sorry?
Karen Eiffel? She's one of your authors. I need to talk to her. It's urgent.
Sir, she's not here.
No, I know. I need to find her. I need to know where she is. There must be a way that I could contact her.
We have the address where her fan mail is sent.
No, I can't send mail. It's urgent.
How do you know her?
I'm her brother.
Her brother?
Her brother-in-law.
She has a sister.
No, I'm married. I'm married to her brother. Not in this state, the one over.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
No, I'm one of her characters.
Okay.
And she's going to kill me. Not actually, but in the book. But I think it'll actually kill me, so I just need to talk to her and ask her to stop.
That is not gonna go over well. Yeah. In a whole wide world. Can he look her up at work? Through the IRS stuff? Through her tax information? Just breaking rules all over the place? Let's go, Crick.
Banged up.
Look her up.
Hey, girl. Put me not in there.
But can't she see this? Or like, wouldn't she be narrating? Is she, because we don't know what she's sort of aware of. She narrates some of the stuff, but she doesn't see the rest of his life. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise she would be like, Harold is looking for Karen Allen or whatever her name is.
Can I borrow your cell phone?
Oh, signal's down.
Dave, I need a favor.
Sure, what is it?
Can I have some change?
Within moments, Harold found himself running across the plaza, heading for the nearest payphone.
To do what? To do what? We know. Does she know?
But as Harold neared the phone, he saw it was occupied by a nearsighted octogenarian determined to reach his daughter in Denver no matter how many quarters it took. Fortunately, Harold remembered a bank of phones in the 6th Street subway tunnel.
The baby girl.
The first phone failed to give a dial tone, and the second seemed to be splattered with a fresh batch of mucus. Harold dialed the third phone, fervently making sure to give each number key a specific, forceful...
They're gonna collide, like her narration with his phone call and her... Does she know who he's calling? She doesn't know.
Don't answer that!
You say this phone number?
Phone rang a third time. Ah! Verbatim, word for word.
Hello?
Is this Karen Eiffel?
Yes?
My name is Harold Crick. I believe you're writing a story about me.
I'm sorry?
My name is Harold Crick.
Is this a joke?
No, I work for the IRS. My name, Miss Eiffel, is Harold Crick. And when I go through the files at work, I hear a deep and endless ocean.
She didn't know. They're in the same world. She didn't know. Oh. Cool idea. Interesting story. Original.
I'm Penny. I'm Kane's assistant.
Oh, I'm Harold, her main character.
Does she believe it? I wonder if that's how she pictured him.
Oh my God, oh.
Miss Eiffel?
Your hair, your eyes,
It's just how she pictured.
your shoes.
Hello, I'm Harold Crick.
I know. How did you find me?
Your number was in the file.
Incredibly strange.
You're telling me.
Didn't you think you were crazy?
Sort of. But then you were right about everything. Everything. And then you said, little did he know.
Little did he know.
Yeah. It's third person omniscient.
Jesus.
Which meant it was, well, you know, someone other than me. At least that's what Professor Hilbert said.
Professor Hilbert? Professor Jules Hilbert?
Yeah. Yeah, he loves your books.
I love his letters.
So you understand why I had to find you and ask you not to kill me.
Wow.
I mean, obviously, you haven't written the end.
Harold.
I mean, now, since we've met and you can see that I exist, you're not going to kill me, right? Have you written it?
I can... No.
Have you written
An
it?
outline.
But it's just an outline, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of?
Yeah, it's just not typed.
Not typed?
Maybe that's okay.
What does that mean?
I'm sorry.
What do you mean
I
it's
don't
okay?
know the rules. I'm just trying to write a book.
What do you mean you're sorry?
Okay, let him read it. Let him read it.
That seems dangerous.
Fire?
Yeah.
And?
I may already be dead, just not typed.
Is that it?
I tried, but I couldn't. You have to read it. You have to tell me what to do or what not to do. If I can avoid it, if I have a chance. Please.
Okay.
Oh man, something to do with the apple in the street? I'm scared for him. That's the kid on the bike, and that's like, I mean, are we all gonna like, whoosh, somehow nervous? I mean, he's fallen in love, and life is the best that it's ever been for him. He's just living his actual life and learning the guitar, falling in love with Anna, making friends with Dustin Hoffman's character.
Professor Hilbert?
Hi, Harold. Hi. Look tired.
No, just calm.
Tell us.
Harold, I'm sorry. You have to die.
What?
It's her masterpiece. It's possibly the most important novel in her already stunning career.
Who cares?
It's absolutely no good unless you die at the end. I've been over it again and again, and I know how hard this is for you to hear.
You're asking me to knowingly face my death?
Yes?
Really?
Yes.
I thought you'd find something.
I'm sorry, Harold.
Can't we just try and see if she can change it?
No.
No?
Doesn't even want to try. He's like, no, the book's too good.
I could change. I could quit my job. I could go away with Anna. I could be someone else.
Harold, listen to me.
I can't die right now. It's just really bad timing.
Yeah.
No one wants to die, Harold, but unfortunately we do. Harold, you will die someday, sometime. Heart failure at the bank, choke on a mint,
Oh.
some long drawn-out disease you contracted on vacation. You will absolutely die. Even if you avoid this death, another will find you. And I guarantee that it won't be nearly as poetic or meaningful
Wow.
as what she's written. I'm sorry, but it's the nature of all tragedies, Harold. The hero dies, but the story goes on forever.
Wow, that's such a willpower to read the whole thing. I'd be like straight to the back page. He's still on it, back at the depot.
Okay?
Spitting in her tissues for the cigarettes.
How many people do you think I've killed?
I don't know.
8.
Okay, get up.
I've killed 8 people. Counted.
They're fictional. Get up.
Harold Crick isn't fictional.
Harold Crick.
He isn't fictional, Penny. Every book I've ever written ends with someone dying, everyone. Really nice people, too. The book about Helen, the school teacher. I killed her the day before summer vacation. How cruel is that? And the civil engineer, Edward, one I trapped with a heart attack in rush hour. I killed him. Penny, I killed them all.
So maybe she'll change it because she doesn't want to kill anymore, because she thinks that maybe there's a chance that she was killing people for real, just the way that Harold Crick is for real. Or he's gonna think that it's poetic and beautiful and sign off on it, even though he was just about to embark on like the most beautiful time of his life. Ugh.
Seifel. Hi. I just finished it.
He's gonna say yes.
Yeah, I read it all in one read on the bus. It's lovely. I like the part about the guitars.
Thanks.
Ugh.
No, I read it and I loved it. And there's only one way it can end.
Oh, come on!
I love your book. And I think you should finish it.
Oof. What about if it just sets him free, so he dies?
Harold unsuspectingly went about some usual business.
He dies in the book, but not in real life.
He made a few phone calls he had been putting off.
Listen, does your program have an age limit?
And he travelled to Ms. Pascal's, where she made him meatloaf and chocolate pudding, and the two watched old movies.
And he enrolled Dave in space camp.
It was a nice enough evening, and in any other circumstance it would have seemed commonplace. In fact, the only thing that made this night significant was the morning it preceded.
I'm hoping it kills him in the book, but frees him in life.
I have to tell you this, but I just want you to listen carefully.
Okay.
You can deduct the value of all the food you give away as a charitable contribution.
Harold.
It doesn't break any tax. I want to make the world a better place too, Anna. I think that means keeping you out of jail.
And talk a little more tax talk.
That was wild. The crane, the big bulldozer coming into the apartment. That's plot. It's all gonna link up and I'm scared. He's gonna save the little boy's life. He's gonna save the little boy's life. And that's why there's no more noble or poetic way to die.
Much had changed for Harold over the past few weeks.
Apple.
His attitude towards work, his habitual counting, his love life. But of all the transmutations Harold Crick had undergone, perhaps the most significant was that today, on his return to work, he was not late for the 8:17 Kronecker bus. What Harold had not understood about that Wednesday 4 weeks prior was that the time he received from his fellow commuter was, in fact,
early or later. Yeah. Made him
full minutes later than the time to which his watch and life had been previously set. Not the worst of errors.
But he only just misses the bus.
Had not set his watch to the incorrect time, Harold would have again barely caught the 8:17 Kronecker bus, and he would not be approaching the bus stop precisely at 8:14.
Oh my God. No.
An otherwise ignorable fact until the unthinkable occurred.
That's what I thought.
It looks like he's breathing. I don't think he's breathing.
Oh my God. Don't be dead. Change it.
Man.
Excuse me, are you Professor Hilbert?
Yes.
I'm Karen Eiffel. I believe we have a mutual acquaintance.
Please, sit down.
Did she finish the last 2 letters?
Have you read it?
Is that all right?
Yes. I think perhaps you may be interested in the new ending.
She couldn't do it.
Good afternoon. Stepping in front of that bus is pretty brave. Kind of stupid, but pretty brave.
Is that boy okay?
It's just fine, scratched up is all.
Am I okay?
Well, you're not dead. On the other hand, it looks like you cracked your head, you broke 3 bones in your leg and foot, you suffered 4 broken ribs, fractured your left arm, and severed an artery in your right arm, which killed you in a matter of minutes. But amazingly, a shard of metal from your watch obstructed the artery, keeping the blood loss low enough to keep you alive, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
The watch.
Sort of. We weren't able to remove the shard of watch from your arm without risking severe arterial damage. So you'll be okay. You'll just have a piece of watch embedded in your arm the rest of your life. You're very lucky to be alive, Mr. Crick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dr. Mercator, Mr. Crick has a visitor.
Sure.
Hannah.
My God. Oh.
I'm okay.
Harold.
It's all right.
Harold, you're not fine.
Oof. You can't breathe that deep with broken ribs. Even that hurts. Everything hurts.
I stepped in front of a bus.
Why?
There was a boy. I had to push him out of the way.
What?
I had to keep this boy from getting hit.
Oh.
You stepped in front of a bus to save a little boy?
I didn't have a choice. I had to.
Oh man. That's the stuff. Every time.
It's okay.
It's not great.
It's okay. It's not bad. It's not the most amazing piece of English literature in several years, but it's okay.
You know, I think I'm fine with okay.
It doesn't make any sense with the rest of the book, though.
No, not yet. I'll rewrite the rest. My assistant said she'd go back to the publisher and request more time.
Which she's never done.
I realized I just couldn't do it.
Because he's real.
Because it's a book about a man who doesn't know he's about to die and then dies. But if the man does know he's going to die and dies anyway, dies willingly, knowing he could stop it, then, I mean, isn't that the type of man you want to keep alive? As Harold took a bite of Bavarian sugar cookie, he finally felt as if everything was going to be okay. Sometimes, when we lose ourselves in fear and despair, in routine and constancy, in hopelessness and tragedy, we can thank God for Bavarian sugar cookies. Unfortunately, when there aren't any cookies, we can still find reassurance in a familiar hand on our skin, or a kind and loving...
Base camp!
or a loving embrace, or an offer of comfort, not to mention hospital gurneys and nose plugs. And uneaten Danish, and soft-spoken secrets, and masters, and...
Oh, it was a strat. I said Telecaster, Stratocaster, Telecaster.
And we must remember that all these things, the nuances, the anomalies, the subtleties, which we assume only accessorize our days, are in fact here for a much larger and nobler cause. They are here to save our lives. I know the idea seems strange, but I also know that it just so happens to be true. And so it was. A wristwatch saved Harold Crick.
Oh. That was so great. My throat hurts from like the emotion at the end, but then my face hurts from all the smiling throughout it. That was just so cute and sweet and interesting and different, and thank you for the suggestion. It was really wonderful. I love it when a story is just completely original. I forget, did it say it was based on a book by somebody? I'm not sure, but the fact that it's not, you know, in terms of a film, I've never seen anything with that story, and it was just weird enough. I had no idea it was just going to be the same world. I was convinced that she was some sort of like, you know, deity that was sort of making decisions on people's behalves and sort of curating lives rather than just being this very much alive author that's sort of not very far away, a few blocks away. And I thought all of the performances were great. Dustin Hoffman, Emma Thompson, Will Ferrell, and Maggie Gyllenhaal. It was really, really great. Ah, so sweet. I'm so bummed that it took me that long, 20 years or whatever, to watch it. But I'm so glad I did now. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope the birds weren't too loud. All I can hear now is just all the birds outside. So I hope that wasn't bothersome. And I will see you next time. So my name is Coby, and you've been watching here on The Coby Show. Bye.